It's crazy. It's true. Supposed to do. You can't help it. It's a little self-respect, mind your business. It might be ignored instead of embarrassed. You feel better having self-respect. It's sketchy like that. Hard to look at, talk to people, shake near strangers. Oh, that's good, but what are you supposed to do? Self-respect, mind your business. I'll put it. I can't do anything else. It's okay. Just like hands around and help people stop. Well, what else can you do? All you can do. Yeah, it's okay. Well, it's okay. They're embarrassed. Can't help it. No self-respect. They'll finish. They can't do anything else. They do it with people they know, and then when they can't look at, talk to each other comfortably, and they just run around shaking near strangers. Hopefully you stop the people they know, stop with strangers. Yeah, that's about it. Anti-free speech, anti-nice, happy, busy, look, talk, feel good zombies. I don't respect anyone, I don't respect me. They treat people like this, they treat me like this. We don't want to do anything with each other, we don't bother other strangers. We just bother people out of being human, right? So, enough polite Canadians around can help people stop. And that's all you have left. You can try. They're just looking for them to attack. That's what happens. Like poor mentally ill homeless people, what are you supposed to do? You know, if you see a poor mentally ill homeless person at a coffee shop, wiping, scratching, shaking, spazzing out, you politely ignore them, buy coffee, whatever. They might be ignored instead of embarrassed, instead of, you know, like them or whatever. That's what you can do. It's okay. People get like that. Like poor mentally ill homeless people. They've been up like Canadians around and help most people stop. Otherwise, nice polite Canadians teach kids to be, help people stop. Well, what else can you do? If they do something else, what else can you do? Force you to see them look ugly, you have to force them to see you look ugly, you run away from each other, or strangers see you look ugly. That's about it, I guess. It's hard to do anything else. Nice people, nice cheap stuff. You can't help it. Nice people get like that. Sketchy, make people uncomfortable. It's hard to look at, talk to them. They just run around near strangers, shaking, spazzing out, getting embarrassed. What are you supposed to do? Ask anybody. Well, you have a little self-respect, mind your business. Don't make a scene. Embarrassed. They feel guilty, embarrassed, might lie and argue with you for no reason. I don't know who this person is, right? They do it with people they know, and then after they can't get along well, they just run around doing it near strangers. It's not your fault. Don't feel bad. Just have a little self-respect. Mind your business. Don't make a scene. They'll finish. They like being ignored instead of embarrassed. Like a poor sketchy person at a coffee shop, you just politely ignore people buy coffee. Well, what else can you do? Right? Sometimes people can't do anything else. If it gets really bad after a while, there's nothing else they can do. You can't be near them. You can't look at them. You have to they work to force you to see them look ugly. You have to force them to see you look ugly. And you have to run away from each other because it's kind of gross. You have to run around for strangers so you look ugly. So hopefully you stop. Don't play games around, help people stop. Well, it gets really, really bad. You can't do anything else. That's all you want to do. You hope that they can look at and talk to other people they know at the shelter or wherever instead of bothering strangers. But when it gets hard to look at and talk to people you know, prefer wandering around just shaking near people and getting embarrassed and bothering strangers. So what are you supposed to do, right? You politely ignore it, have a little self-respect, mind your business, don't make a scene, you feel better having self-respect. They like being ignored instead of embarrassed, like at a coffee shop, spazzing out, whatever. And that's about it, right? And other people around, you let them relax. You know, you relax and get along. So, well, it happens. Everybody's uncomfortable. You get on the subway, you look at your phone, look at your newspaper. And, hopefully it's not. You can't help it. They can't help it. They're embarrassed, right? They're embarrassed. So feel guilty, embarrassed, they'll lie, they'll argue. There's nothing else they can do. They just worked up bother you, force you to see them look ugly. You have to force them to see you look ugly. You have to run around forcing strangers to see you look ugly. There's nothing else you can do, right? What else can you do with it? You can't just see them look ugly. You guys get worked up, force you to put up with them, see you look ugly, spaz out or whatever. So, and that's all you can do. And then it becomes hard to look at, talk to each other. Instead, they prefer running around just forcing strangers to see them look ugly. Right? Because if you force people to see you look ugly that you know, and they force you to see them look ugly, then you can't be nice to each other, look at and talk to each other. So instead, run around forcing strangers to see you look ugly. So what are you supposed to do? Ask any adult. If you lived in a big city, you know there's going to be poor sketchy people there, here and there, right? You politely ignore it, mind your business, don't make a scene, have a little self-respect, right? They like being ignored instead of embarrassed. You like having a little self-respect, you feel better. And they'll finish. If they can't do anything else, you can't say some poor person at a coffee shop spazzing out, wiping, scratching, shaking, while you politely ignore them and buy coffee. You can't say, hey, knock it off. No, you just politely ignore them. And they just, they're happy you don't hate each other. If they finish wiping out, spazzing, scratching, shaking, whatever, then you buy coffee, 10 bits, whatever, you're good to go, right? So, what do you do? Okay, can't help it. Can't help it, people. Okay, enjoy it. If you enjoy it instead of embarrassed, feel better having a little self-respect. Done and done. Can't help it. It's okay. What are you supposed to do? You get like that. Not big stuff. Not you. People, they know they do it. They can't look at it, talk to each other. You just go do it near strangers. It's okay. Don't play games around to help people stop. These are the worst cases. Mental illness or abuse or brainwashing, drugs or whatever. Oh, what are you supposed to do? It's okay. Poor sketchy person can't help it. What are you supposed to do? You just do that near people, get embarrassed, they'll get upset, lie, and argue if you do anything with them. What are you supposed to do? People they know, like family and friends or whatever, sometimes they do that with people, other people at the shelter, like, Sketchy Joe's always getting worked up. He's going to force me to see him look ugly. I can't just keep doing that. I guess that's forcing to see me look ugly. And then when you can't be nice to each other, then you run around for strangers to see you look ugly. So sometimes mentally ill homeless people get that way or whatever, or whoever. And so, what are you supposed to do? It's nothing. Don't make a scene. Just have a little self-respect. Mind your business. Let other people relax. Everyone's a little uncomfortable. They can't help it. Can't control brain, body's doing whatever. They enjoy being ignored. You enjoy having self-respect. Everybody's happy. Finish up. Most people get like that. There's nothing else they can do. Right? So you just, ask any adult. You know, what are you supposed to do? A poor sketchy person downtown, you're shaking near strangers. Quietly ignore it, mind your business, have a little self-respect, don't be an ass, don't make a scene. We'll finish up. If enough polite Canadians are on the subway or on the street or whatever, you politely ignore it, look away. Or people, you know, politely ignore it with people they know, and they get along and they won't go bother strangers. Otherwise, this is what happens, right? One poor mentally ill sketchy person at the homeless shelter, or other people too. You know, they worked up, force you to see them look ugly. You can't just keep seeing them look ugly. You can't just have them get worked up, force you to put up with them. So then you have to force them to see you look ugly. And then when you can't talk to each other, then you run around forcing strangers to see you look ugly. So that's you know, that's often what happens, right? And that's what people, that's why. They know, oh, you're not going to like this, not going to like me, force you to see me look ugly, run away. So that's how people get sometimes. So what are you supposed to do? Ask any adult, you know, polite Canadian, teach kids to be other polite people around the world, right? You know, a little self-respect, mind your business, do the best you can, you know. Well, you know, if people, stop each other, then they can get along. If not, then they don't get along, they go bother strangers, right? So people just bother anybody, nice, happy, busy, look, talk, or feel good. They just bother them and just try and make more kind of zombies, I guess. You just bother the human out of people. So if anybody acts like a human, that's what they do, right? If you got, you know, kids, family, friends, hey, put up with me, not gonna like, oh, shut up, don't say anything. You're guilty, embarrassed, I'll lie, I'll argue. All right, what else can I do? Okay, I'll do the same thing to you. And then people don't get along, then they go bother strangers. So that's sort of the mass zombiosis process. But like poor mentally ill homeless people, what are you supposed to do, right? It's a poor sketchy person, you know, they just want to trick you, force you to see them look ugly. All you can do is force them to see you look ugly. Then when you have to run away from each other, because who wants to be forced to see someone look ugly, you have to run out and force strangers to see you look ugly. So that's sort of what's going on. So what are you supposed to do? So it's okay. So there's love, respect, mind your business, you feel better. They like being ignored, instead of embarrassed, they feel better. People can stop with people they know and stop with strangers and do other things, help people stop, and fine. Well, what else can you do? They do something else. What can you do else? Oh, you can't help it. It's okay. It's okay. It's fine. What are you supposed to do? It's fine. You can see him. It's really bad. You know, stop. It's not your fault. It's okay. You can't help it. Let's get embarrassed. They like being ignored instead of embarrassed. You feel better having a little self-respect. So it's a poor sketchy person. Can't help it. You do it with people they know. They can't get along. They go do it with strangers. And that's about it, right? You don't look at, talk to them much. Near them, they do that to you. So then they just go do it near strangers. It happens sometimes, people. Just make a scene. A little self-respect, mind your business. No polite Canadians around, help people stop. Yeah, you can stop. What are you supposed to do? Ask anybody. Ask any adult, live in a big city, or you teach kids, you know. A little self-respect, mind your business. Don't make a scene. It's okay. They'll finish. You can't do anything else. Nice people get like that. Nothing else they could do. So, it's okay. Enough polite Canadians around to help people stop. Otherwise, what else can you do? If you're near them, they'll do that to you. So, you have to do it back. You can't look at, talk to them. They force you to see it look ugly, so you force them to see you look ugly. You worked up. And then, you can't look at, talk to each other. You just run around forcing strangers to see you look ugly. It happens. Sometimes mentally ill people get like that. Sometimes you'll see them shaking in a coffee shop, spazzing out. What are you supposed to do? You don't spazz out back. You politely ignore them, buy coffee, they're happy, be ignored, not that bad. You're happy, you have self-respect, and just mind your business. It's fine. Okay. I'll finish. You can't do anything else. It's okay. Close there. It's fine. It's okay. It's not anything. What are you supposed to do? It's nothing. They can't help it. Just have a little self-respect. Mind your business. They can't help it. There's nothing else people can do. What are you supposed to do? Poor sketchy person. You're worked up. Force you to put up with them. Force you to see them look ugly. Maybe all you can do is force them to see you look ugly. Then run around force strangers to see you look ugly. They'll finish. They'll finish. They like being ignored instead of embarrassed. And you feel better having self-respect. What are you supposed to do? If you see the poor sketchy person at the coffee shop spazzing out, wiping, scratching, shaking, you don't spazz out the back. You just politely ignore them. You buy coffee. You sit down with your friends. You do whatever, and you just let them spazz. They like being ignored. It's not that bad. And what are you supposed to do? Ask anybody. Ask any adult been in a big city for a while when you see this sort of thing happening. You got to teach kids, of course. You can't send your 14-year-old kid downtown. You don't know what to do. Now, if enough polite Canadians want to stop it, they can stop it, politely ignore it, stop it with people they know, and then stop bothering strangers. Otherwise, what else can you do, right? Best thing. So a little self-respect, mind your business, you feel better. They like being ignored, they feel better, they get to finish. So, yeah, some people get like that. Not a big deal. They'll finish. You can't. It's not like you can't say no thanks. All they do is sort of force you to see them look ugly, until all you can do is force them to see you look ugly. And then all you can do is, you can't talk to each other. You have to just run around forcing strangers to see you look ugly. So sometimes people get like that. So the most crazy, sketchy, mentally ill people, whatever. So, but enough like kids around to help people stop. Teach kids to be and whatever. Well, what else can you do? You can't say do something else. You politely ignore it. A little self-respect. No, it's fine. Don't make a scene. Don't bother anybody. But in the subway, they get on. They're just shaking. Can't control their brain. Can't control their body. And just spazzing out, whatever. You politely ignore it. Look at your phone. Look at your newspaper. Just hopefully they calm down. If everybody in the subway car just politely ignores it. That's all you do. So it's okay. See, that's what you do. It's okay. You take it personally right now. You should probably just do that near everybody. Can't help it or whatever. People get like that, especially in a big city. Well, they'll finish. If they can't do anything else, they'll finish. You just do that near people. It's okay. what are you supposed to do? Ask anybody. Make a scene. It's okay. It happens. You can't help it. I tell you, a poor sketchy person can't help it. What are you supposed to do? Ask anybody. What are you supposed to do? You can't help it. It's nothing. It's fine. Some little self-respect. Mind your business. You feel better. They like being ignored instead of embarrassed. They feel better. Oh, here's a poor sketchy person at a coffee shop, wiping, scratching, spazzing out, or whatever. You know, what are you supposed to do? You know, just spaz out back. You don't like each other, run away from each other, force other people to see you look ugly. You just have a little self-respect. Mind your business. You know, they feel better. Not that bad. You go buy coffee. You do your thing. It's okay. We'll finish. Nice people get like that. There's nothing else they can do. But enough polite Canadians around, help people stop, polite patriots worldwide, make sure people can act nice enough to talk. Oh, I can't do anything with them. They'll just force you to see them look ugly until all you can do is force them to see you look ugly. And then, when you can't look at, talk to each other, just run around forcing strangers to see you look ugly. That's all people want to do. That's all people care about. That's all they want in life. So, oh, what are you supposed to do? Somebody can't help it, embarrassed, they'll get upset and lie and argue. You know how it is, the people, rude, sketchy people on the street. You know, you don't get involved, right? Just politely ignore it. Otherwise, they feel guilty, can't help it, think you don't like them. They're embarrassed, they'll lie, they'll argue. Oh, there's some stupid stuff, right? That's why they're bothering strangers. When you deal with people you know, and then you can't look at, talk to each other, then go bother strangers. So, you can see, have a little self-respect. Don't be a mess for other people. The best thing. They'll finish. They like being ignored instead of embarrassed. Finish up. That's a really polite Canadian to do. Ask anybody. Ask any adult. What are you supposed to do? Poor sketchy person, shaking, worked up, spazzing out, trick or force you to see him look ugly. You don't know why. It don't make any sense. Embarrassed. Uncomfortable. You can't do anything with them. Except maybe do it back, and then you can't do anything with each other, then just run around forcing strangers to see it, so there's nothing else you can do, right? It happens. People get like that. You just gotta let them finish up. Oh, yeah, you finish up. What else can you do? He says, hey, it's okay. People can't do anything else. What are you supposed to do? This guy can't help it. He's embarrassed. Can't explain why. That's nothing. It's okay. Okay, can't help it. What are you supposed to do? It's nothing. Can't help it. It's fine. It's nothing. What are you supposed to do? It's a little self-respect. Goodness. Well, they can't help it. They can't explain why. It's fine. It's okay. It's self-respect. It happens to people. People get like that. There's nothing else they can do. Now, what are you supposed to do? You're supposed to spaz out back, force them to see you look ugly? And then what? Run away from each other, and then force other people to see you look ugly? What are you supposed to do? Nothing. It's okay. You see him at the coffee shop, sitting there, wiping, scratching, spazzing out. You don't spaz out back. You just politely ignore them. You buy coffee. You sit down. You mind your business. They're happy. At least you don't hate each other. And you're happy. You have a little self-respect. It's fine. What are you supposed to do? I can't help it. I can't explain why. It's okay. It's fine. We'll make a scene. Other people are out trying to enjoy themselves. It's a little uncomfortable. You can't control it. Brain or body's doing.
Don't worry, I got you.
Oh no, you can't help it. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. You can't help it. It's okay. You can't help it. Can't explain why. You're supposed to do. It's all self-respect. It's not. You can't help it. It's okay. It's fine. What are you supposed to do? You can't help it. You can't explain why. Self-respect. What happens? Oh, it's not. It's a poor sketchy person can't help it. No, they can't help it. Can't explain why. It's fine. What are you supposed to do? Hey, some little self-respect. Don't make a scene. It's fine. You know, they like being ignored instead of embarrassed. They like to feel better with a little self-respect. They can't do anything else. Hey, it's okay. What are you supposed to do? If you see them sitting at a coffee shop, spazzing out, wiping, scratching, shaking, what are you supposed to do? You politely ignore them. Go buy coffee. They like happy being ignored instead of embarrassed. That you don't like each other. You know, you're happier. They're happier. They'll finish. They'll finish. Not people get like that. Okay. Private. Some people get like that. Okay. There's nothing else you can do. What are you supposed to do? This poor sketchy person can't help it. Can't explain why. No. What are you supposed to do? Ask anybody. It's fine. Just have a little self-respect. Mind your business. Don't make a scene. Don't be an ass. No, you can't do anything else. People get like that. What are you supposed to do? If you see him at a coffee shop, spazzing out, wiping, scratching, forcing people to see him look ugly, what are you supposed to do? You're supposed to force them to see you look ugly? What are you supposed to do? Run away from each other and force strangers to see you look ugly? No. You just politely ignore it. Mind your business. Have a little self-respect. There's nothing else you can do. What are you supposed to do? Poor sketchy person, spazzing out, worked up, can't explain why. You know, he feels guilty, you get embarrassed, argue, lie. If you get involved, you don't get involved. You just have a little self-respect, mind your business, and let them finish up. There's nothing else they can do. They do other stuff. You feel better having self-respect. I don't want to feel bad. They feel better being ignored instead of embarrassed. And they finish up, and they get it done. So, what are you supposed to do? It's okay. It's fine. If there's enough placations around and others, you can help people stop. Otherwise, that's all they can do. If you see the poor sketchy person at the coffee shop spazzing out, you're not supposed to force them to see you look ugly back. And then you can't look at, talk to each other, and then run around for strangers to see you look ugly. You're supposed to politely ignore it, buy coffee. Hopefully, if enough people politely ignore them, calms down and stops. What are you supposed to do? No big deal. Just say it. It's okay. Help play kids around, teach kids, help people stop, mind their business. So, that's all they can do.